Hey everyone, welcome back to my shop. Today I'm making some honey dippers. These I'm making out of some maple blanks that I have. They can be made out of oak as well. Quick little fun project. I'll show you how it's done. I have a piece of maple chucked up on the lathe. I'm going to be turning this at 2000 RPM, and I'm going to just turn it round with my 1/2 inch bowl gouge. Now I'm just going to take a honey dipper that I made previously, and I'm just going to mark some lines on here to roughly lay it out. Just make these a little bit darker for when it turns you can see the lines. Now with my parting chisel I'm just going to cut out the areas where the handle is in the back and the front. Now I can take the parting chisel and take out the rest of this, but I'll use the bowl gouge. I'm just taking it down to its rough, almost final size. Now I'm going to refine the shape of the ball on the end. When turning the ball, you want to start in real light and then slowly move in and turn the chisel and let it cut with this edge. And you'll get that ball shape. If it's not perfect, don't worry about it. You can use some rough sandpaper and refine the ball. Now I can reduce this down just a little bit, and I'm going to start refining the shape of this. Now the head is a little bit too big, so I'm just going to take it down a little bit. I've just got a small parting chisel to put a fine groove in there. This is just something I made from a small mini chisel. And go slow when cutting this. You can go in as deep as you like. I just went in about that far. You can go deeper, you can taper it, curve it to match this. There's no set rule for it. So now all I'm going to do is refine this a little bit and start sanding. Now I've turned my lathe speed down to about 800, the lowest that this lathe will go, and I'm going to start sanding with 150 grit. And then I'm going to also refine the shape of the ball with the 150 grit. Now before I sand in between these, I'm just going to take a detail chisel and just come in slightly. can go in between with 150 grit and sand and round these over. Now I could have used a regular parting chisel, but it would have been too wide. So using a narrower one will at least set the rings, and then with the sandpaper you can refine it. Before I finish this, I'm going to part it almost off. I'm just going to reduce both sides. Now to finish this, I'm using a non-toxic polymerized linseed oil and beeswax. It is non-toxic and it is food safe, considering that this is going to be put in honey. And all I'm going to do is put a real light coat on it and soak it down. And then I just finish it off with 100% beeswax. Now that I parted this off, all I'm going to do is take some rough sandpaper and sand off these small nibs, and then finish it to 320, and then put on the linseed oil and beeswax, and it'll be done. So this is the finished one that I showed on camera. As you can see, after I cut it off, I sanded it clean and applied varnish and beeswax to it. And it's ready to go. So all you need to do is rinse these off with hot water after they get all sticky with honey. Apply a little bit more beeswax on it, and they're good to go. They'll last forever. So if you haven't done so already, please subscribe and please share on social media. Also, you can follow me on all the social media listed below. And also these will be listed on my Etsy store. So, thanks for watching.